Okay, so here is the website, payphonetag.com. You can go there directly or just Google it. So first up, you've got an option to generate a PIN and then some instructions underneath. If you've already got a PIN, you can enter it in here, but for first-time players, just click Generate PIN, and it'll come up with a little emoji icon, your call sign, and an access PIN. If you don't like that, for example, you don't want to be Acid Cache, you can re-roll. You could be Silver Puma and a pretzel, or Shadow Hawk and a goal net. Let's go with Shadow Hawk for now. You can take a screenshot of this or write it down because you won't be able to retrieve it, but if you click save, it'll actually save to your phone in the cache there, or website if you're using it on a desktop. So I'm just going to click save, and you can see it's up here at the top. If I click on the little buttons there, I'll be able to reveal the PIN as needed. You can also click here to enable notifications, and it means that you'll get push notifications as well when certain things happen, like people steal your payphones. But just running through the how to play. So yep, register and get your 5-digit PIN. You find a payphone on the map that uses the map option up the top. And when you go to a payphone, then you dial in 07 load talk, which is 0756238255. And what'll happen is the handset will, talk to you, and it'll say agent password, and that's when you'll then enter in your PIN on the keypad, so 5-digit PIN, and it then should accept it. And what happens is that your PIN matches with your user, and my website then works out where you're calling from based on the payphone number, and that should then appear on the map as being yours, and you get points and things like that. So there's a bit more instructions down below, but if we click on Explore Payphones, this will bring up a map of the payphones that exist. Now you can see coverage currently is whole of Australia. We've got people nearly in all the states, just missing NT and Tassie down the bottom. But for example, if I zoom into Sydney, you can see it's really getting quite busy. If I go into the CBD here, it's a war zone. But as an example, we can see these white ones here. They're currently uncaptured. It's got the little phone number for the payphone. It's got the address and the payphone number, and if you actually click on that address, it'll open up in Google Maps, hopefully, and you can navigate to it that way if you'd like. Or if you click on Report Issue, you'll actually be able to report a problem with the payphone. For example, you can't access it, or it's broken, or it doesn't dial through correctly, which can happen sometimes because Telstra's changed the numbers. But you can see on the map the current field of play. So for example, we've got the Hollow Arrow boomerang here that's doing pretty well. We've got, you can see a triangle that exists here, which is where this user has captured 3 points all in a triangle, and they actually get territory, and that's a form of point scoring. The kiwi fruit here has got quite a number of those, so that's a good strategy for getting points. And then you can see, for example, the satellite dish here, Raw Mantis, is doing well, and they're recent captures, so they've captured a large area down here, lots of points, and the pink around the outside means that it's been captured within the last 24 hours, and that fades slowly over time, just to indicate how recently it's happened. So you can see where the action is, and if I zoom out, you can see, some great action over here from the diamond, and people all over the place having a lot of fun. So look, that's generally how it works. Pretty simple. Go find a payphone. You can use the little GPS button down the bottom to find out where you are on the map, dial in, put your PIN in, and it's yours. Now, just to make it a bit more interesting, we've got a whole bunch of different ranks. Your rankings, if you're logged in, will appear at this first option, but it's not there at the moment because haven't captured anything using this user. The scoreboard, so this is ranked by the overall scoring, which comprises of a number of factors, which you can see if you click on the little information button. Currently Feral Fox is on top, and it goes down from there. A whole bunch of players there. But then you've got other rankings, for example, the number currently held. So Feral Fox is in front on 160, followed by Solar Falcon, and then also the captures. This is how many they have captured all time, because remember, you can lose some. The steal here is how many they have stolen from other players, and raided is how many they've lost. So Hollow Archer was doing quite well, but they've lost 99 that they previously had, and so on, and for all these other different types of categories there. The agent list has a list of all the agents that are playing that have at least one captured, and if I click on a agent, you'll be able to see some stats that they have, which is quite interesting, and also you're able to share their profile. If you click there, it'll copy that as a link, which you'll be able to share on social media, for example, and that comes up quite well. We've also got the concept of badges, so you score badges depending on things that you do. So if I just click on the badges here, for example, First Blood means that you get your first capture. Rookie, you've got 10 phones, so on. A couple of people up there at a century with 100 phones captured. And then some, interesting ones, for example, Nemesis stealing from the same player 5 times, Surveyor getting your triangles, some streaks. No one's yet able to achieve a 14-day streak, but there's 2 people that have hit a 7, and then some state-based ones. So we've got a whole bunch in Sydney, which is where it started, some in Queensland. It's really going off in Melbourne, which is sort of surprising, and a few in WA, which is great. Again, Top Ender is a bit quiet, so is the Tassie, and a single frog down in the ACT. Intel just shows a running log of everything that's happened. For example, 1 minute ago, Dusk Anvil captured something in Wedderburn, and yeah, they're coming in all the time. You can also see steals that have happened, and if I click on one of these, for example, this one here, it will take me to that location so I can see where the action is, which is always handy. And alerts just shows you what happened. So apparently my 8-day streak was broken. So look, that's how the game works. I hope you get involved and have a lot of fun, and see you out there.